This is the first in a series of recordings for getting started with the Extreme Vigilance product from Scianta Analytics. I'm going to walk you through the steps for installing Extreme Vigilance on a single Splunk server. So let's take a look at the actual installation packages that I've obtained. So I've got one here. I'm going to do this right here on my Mac. Very simple. I have the Extreme Vigilance product suite, version 1.03. If I open this up, it actually contains multiple tar files. And there's only one that's really specific to this platform, Mac. That's the actual framework component. The others are all platform neutral. And in our case, we have to install the SCM framework. Then we're going to install Extreme Vigilance. The other two are optional. If I had Enterprise Security app installed, that's when I would install this SA package. It provides an integration between Extreme Vigilance and Splunk. And if we are in a distributed environment where I have other Splunk nodes like indexers, I do have a technology adapter that you would install on those other nodes. So for getting started, let's put in the SCM framework. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the app management and select that file first. I could actually install both of these before restarting, but let's go ahead and do these one at a time just for fun. So my downloads, where is it? Here it is. SCM framework for the Mac. Make sure I got the right platform. And let's go ahead and upload it. Since it's local, this should go relatively fast. Now that I've actually uploaded it into Splunk, it's going to require me to do a restart, and that's fine. So let's go ahead and do that. And once we've done this restart, when I log back in, it's actually going to tell me there's some setup to do. And we want to do that. There's a couple of additional configuration steps that we want to complete. So let me go ahead and log in here. And it says install was successful, but some setup is required. So let's go right into there. So the SCM framework does have a few additional steps. We will click on here, and it's basically just validating the index is accessible. That's where we actually store and our analysis results. It's checking to see if the common information model is installed. It is optional, but you can exploit more capabilities out of SCM platform if it's there. We're configuring some lookups. We're configuring our data store where we actually store our models and other configuration items. And we went ahead and install a 120-day trial license by default. So now the SCM framework is actually all ready. We just have to do restart, sets that flag, making the app accessible. So that was the first piece that we installed. As I mentioned earlier, we just did the SCM framework. Now there's the Extreme Vigilance, and that's all we're going to do for now. The other two, if we were on a Linux environment, we'll do this in another getting started video on Linux with an enterprise security app for fun. All right, let's log back in and let's do the next piece. All right, so it takes us right into the SCM framework. Everything's succeeded. So let's go ahead and go back to app management, and we're going to do the next part. Let's go select the Extreme Vigilance package. First one. Go ahead and upload that into Splunk. And we're going to have the same exact steps that we just went through with the framework component. So why do we have two? SCM framework. Scianta Analytics actually has multiple products that are all kind of built upon and use the services of the SCM framework. So it was intentionally separated. It could have been combined. But we've left it this way for other apps if you happen to install them on here. It's great. We got this uploaded. It says install setup. App setup is required. So let's go ahead into the setup screen. Now we're in the Extreme Vigilance setup screen. So let's go ahead and click. It's not actually really changing anything. It's just doing some validation, like making sure that you did install the SCM framework, because we do need that installed before we install this. So it is kind of important. And it's just rechecking the common information model like it did before, as well as the signals index. So everything's complete. When we do the restart, it'll mark that the app is now available, and we've successfully installed the Extreme Vigilance product suite. And just to validate that, let's log in one more time, and we should see these now in our application menus. And there we are. Extreme Vigilance right into the home page. And as you can see also, if we go over here, we'll see that we are now completely installed, and I personally prefer to move them up. So that concludes this first video for installing the base Extreme Vigilance product suite. Thank you.